It's the Trojans versus the Griffins. Clash of the Titans 2? No, it's Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another game of Quiz Kids. Let's welcome our two teams today. First, we have the Castro Valley Trojans. And they're taking on the Crystal Springs Upland Griffins. Welcome, teams. Let's jump right into it with our first three-for-all. I will ask you a toss-up question. If you get it right, it will be worth 5 points. Then you'll get to control. If you get 2 questions right, it'll be 10 points. 3 questions right, 25 points. Good luck to both teams. Here's the first toss-up. The inside of red blood cells consists primarily of which protein? Yes, James.
Hemoglobin?
Yes. What term is given to the fluid left behind when all the cells are removed from blood?
Plasma.
That's right. 1 milliliter of blood contains about 250,000 of which structures whose activation involves molecules such as factor VIII and fibrin?
Antibodies?
No, platelets. He made his first appearance in A Study in Scarlet. Name this resident of 221B Baker Street who was created Travis.
Sherlock Holmes?
Correct. Which former Army doctor and assistant to Holmes marries Mary Morstan, who he first encountered in The Sign of 4?
Watson.
That's right. Described as the Napoleon of crime, which rival of Holmes died after falling off the Reichenbach Falls?
Moriarty?
Correct for 25 points. Voltaire wrote that this government had none of its 3 title qualities. Give this term for the Confederation of German-speaking states that occupied, yes, Sam?
Holy Roman Empire?
Yes. During the 17th century, the Holy Roman Empire was devastated by what Protestant Catholic struggle that began with an uprising in Bohemia?
30 Years' War.
The 30 Years' War ended with which 1648 peace settlement named for a region of northwestern Germany that's credited with establishing the modern system of international politics?
Peace of Westphalia.
You got 25 points. In mathematics, what numbers are outputs of the floor and ceiling functions and have no fractional part? Yes, Bright.
Integers?
The union of the rationals and irrationals is which set?
Real numbers? Real numbers? Real numbers.
Correct. This subset of the irrational numbers contains the numbers that are not the root of any polynomial with rational coefficients. Examples include e and pi.
Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers.
Transcendental numbers.
Transcendental.
One central concept of Chinese thought is usually translated way or path. Name that concept emphasized by Lao Tzu. Bright.
Taoism.
What 2-letter word refers to acting according to the precepts of Tao? It is usually translated as virtue or power.
The Qi.
The Qi.
Qi.
Qi. Qi.
Okay.
Qigong.
That's not what I have here.
Qigong.
All right. But I'll go ahead. I'm going to have to say no. That is the T or D.
Oh, D.
It is the largest island in the Caribbean. Identify this island. Yes, Seamus.
Cuba.
Right. Lying south of Cuba is which island whose most populous city is Kingston?
Jamaica. Jamaica.
Right. What 2-word name is used to describe the 4 largest islands of the Caribbean, including Cuba and Jamaica?
No idea.
Caribbean Islands?
All right.
Caribbean Islands.
No, it's the Greater Antilles. The oldest known monumental sculpture is what statue near the pyramids of Giza that is, yes, Sam?
Great Sphinx.
Phidias constructed an ivory, bronze, and gold statue of which Greek god for his temple at Olympia?
Zeus.
Caries of Lindos oversaw the construction on an Aegean island of what brass or bronze-plated statue that stood for less than a century?
Colossus of Rhodes.
You got 25 points. One key characteristic of a camera is the ratio of the diameter of its entrance pupil. Yes, Seamus?
Aperture.
No, I'm sorry. The diameter of its entrance pupil to its focal length. Name that number or stop.
F. F-stop?
Yes. Increasing the F number is usually accompanied by reducing what speed to keep the total exposure constant?
Shutter speed?
Larger f-stops increase what property, the amount of the picture that is in focus?
Depth of field?
You got another 25. What Mongolian term describes men such as Chagatai who rules? Yes, Sam.
Khan?
Found in the names of Mughal emperors such as Alam II, what title was used by Iranian kings until the deposition? Okay. And third question, go. Hassan Bolkiah is the 29th person to hold what title in Brunei?
Sultan?
You got 25 points. He wrote the short story Leaf Storm and a novel about the Buendia family. Name this author of Love in the Time of Cholera, a Nobel Prize winner from Colombia. Yes, James?
Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Yes, the novels of Garcia Marquez, like 100 Years of Solitude, use this style that blends ordinary and extraordinary events.
Magical realism?
That is right. 100 Years of Solitude is set in this fictional location, which produces bananas until it is devastated by a hurricane.
Just guess.
It is Macondo. This country's traditional first king was Kenneth MacAlpin, who established dominion over the Picts. Name this country found... Yes, Sam?
Scotland.
Which ruler was the sixth of his name to govern Scotland and the first of his name to rule England, where he succeeded Elizabeth I and founded the House of Stuart?
James.
Can I... Yes. Which king, known as the Bruce, briefly secured
Robert?
Scottish... That is right, and that gives you 145. We'll be right back.
Since 1952, San Mateo Credit Union has been proud to help San Mateo County members and their families achieve their financial dreams. Our deep commitment to the community we serve includes offering a wide variety of financial education programs, like financial literacy workshops for youth, adults, and seniors, seminars about raising money-smart kids, identity theft prevention, and many more. For more information about San Mateo Credit Union, visit us at www.smcu.org.
Hey, need some video work done? We can do that. We do all that video stuff. We can even put your video on that internet thingy. At Peninsula TV, we do full-blown in-studio production, talk shows, performances, speeches, anything. Remote multi-camera production, on location, at your event. And for the budget-minded, single camcorder production in high definition. We'll take your video project from first idea to finished product. For more info, contact Peninsula TV. And now it's time to meet the Quiz Kids. Once again, here's Brad.
Let's say hi to the Trojans. Travis Mattis, you're a senior and are taking part in a really cool Eagle project.
Yes, for my Boy Scout Eagle project, I'm doing a program called Get Fit for elementary school kids, where they get fit over a couple of weekends. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's very timely. If only it could all be done in a couple of weekends, but maybe you'll get them started on a lifetime of health.
Exactly.
Good luck to you, Travis. Bright Joe.
Yes.
You are a senior, and you are about to take part in your upcoming school production of Bye Bye Birdie.
Yes.
In the orchestra pit.
Yes.
And you're switching instruments.
I am. I usually play viola, but this time there wasn't a viola part, so I talked to the band director, and she said I could play violin. So I'm
much more
violin.
fun.
It's very
As a
high.
former violin
Very
player
high.
Well, good luck to you. Break a bow.
Thanks.
Seamus Guerin, you are a senior, and I know we had a question on Taoism.
Yeah.
You are exploring Taoism
I
yourself.
am, so I'm rather embarrassed that I didn't get that one. But yes, I am exploring Taoism.
And you also like to swim, and you said there's a certain zen you get from swimming.
I do. There's a lot of me time in swimming, a lot of time to be alone with my thoughts, so it helps me a lot.
Yes, just keep breathing. We are going to give you guys a chance to earn up to 100 points in the collaboration round. I have 3 categories here. Give me the category you would like. I'll ask you 7 questions. Each is worth 10 points. If you give me 7 correct answers, I'll add a 30-point bonus to it. The categories today are AA, eponyms, and, oh fun, plagues.
I like eponyms.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what
Those
that
are
is.
words that
Legs
have
or
to be
AA?
like Kleenex.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's go eponyms then.
Eponyms, okay. These are people's names that have become English words. I will define either the word or the person, and you supply the correct answer, okay? A system of writing for the blind named for its inventor.
Braille.
Right. Fluffy pantaloons named for the American feminist who wore them.
Fluffy. American feminist. What's an American feminist?
The
Kelly.
Bloomers. Any traitor, not just a pro-Nazi Norwegian.
Benedict.
A Quisling. The internal combustion engine was named for its German inventor.
I don't know.
Internal combustion.
Diesel. The device for execution in the French Revolution.
The guillotine.
Correct. A British earl invented this common culinary meal, which often
Sandwich.
includes a variety of ingredients between two slices of bread.
Sandwich.
That's right. And finally, to refuse to patronize from a mean Irish landlord.
Boycott? Boycott?
That is right.
Wow.
And that is 4 correct answers. Congratulations. Turning to the Griffins, and we say hello to the little Griffin by Jewel. Jewel Veltz, you are a junior.
Yes.
And you also took part in your school play, not on stage, but in the crew. And what play did you just do?
We did Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
And who's that Shakespeare? I don't remember him.
He's this famous white guy, wrote some plays well back.
Wow.
It's contested.
It's contested by bad action filmmakers, but I hope it was a good show.
It was great. Yeah,
Good.
I had a lot of fun.
Sam Packard, senior. And a lot of people talk about the internships they do for great scientists and for Stanford University. You did an internship this summer for Wells Fargo Bank.
An offshoot of them. Yes, I edited many Excel spreadsheets, but I spent most of the time lamenting my time away from you, Brad, and this show.
It's not going to get you out of what you did at Wells Fargo Bank, but I thank you for that, Sam.
Occupy Quiz Kids.
Yeah. Oh my. James Evans, a senior and one of 2 student body presidents. They have a male and female student body president every year. And you're the male.
That's right. We keep it very gender neutral at Crystal Springs.
Good, gender neutral. And you're doing a lot of new things. What's one of the big new things you guys are doing here?
Well, this year we've got a new student pep squad, as you can see from our shirts, named the Blue Crew.
The Blue Crew.
Even though we're a small school, we like to bring the noise for our student athletes.
And get some spirit going. Good for you. Congratulations. I'm going to give you guys the same chance to earn up to 100 points. 2 categories left. Do you want to pick AA or plagues?
I think we'll go AA.
Okay. All of the answers have AA in them, in the beginning, the middle, or the end, okay? Mary White Ovington, William English Walling, and Henry Moskowitz met in New York City in 1909 to form this early civil rights organization.
NAACP.
That's right. This ice cream chain sounds like it's Danish in origin, but it's really American.
Haagen-Dazs.
Right. This baseball player is one of the greatest all-time hitters. Only Ty Cobb legitimately bested
Aaron?
his runs scored.
Hank Aaron.
Correct. This political party survives in Syria, but is now illegal in Iraq.
Bath.
Right. The French call it Aix-la-Chapelle, but what is this city's German name?
Strasbourg.
Aachen.
Aachen.
Its scientific name is Orycteropus afer, but we call it a name from Dutch meaning earth pig.
Aardvark.
That's right. Finally, this Phoenician god accepts human sacrifice in times of trouble. That's right. And that gives you 60 points more, 205 to 90. We will be right back.
And now we're back with the second half of Quiz Kids. Take it away, Brad.
It's that time of the show when we honor the coaches of both teams. First from Castro Valley, Deborah Yeager. And one of our oldest friends at Quiz Kids from Crystal Springs Upland, Mr. Wells Wadley. We are going to journey back to the 3-for-all, but now we're going to double the point value. Give me 1 correct answer, you'll earn 10 points. 2, you'll earn 25 points. 3 answers, you'll earn 50 points. Great possibilities for catching up, Castro Valley. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first toss-up. In 1960, Jane Goodall began studying this species. Sam.
Chimpanzees.
Goodall's research primarily took place in Gombe Stream National Park in which East African nation whose capital is Dodoma?
Tanzania.
Yes. Before her 1985 murder, who conducted a study similar to Goodall's among the gorillas of Rwanda? And the movie Gorillas in the Mist is based on her life.
Betty Crocker.
Diane Fossey. One of its fictional inhabitants is Rick Blaine. Which most populous Moroccan city has a name meaning... Yes, Sam?
Marrakesh?
No, a name meaning White House. You could just say it.
Oh, Casablanca.
Right. Which Moroccan capital city has a name that translates as fortified place?
Rakesh.
No, it's Rabat.
Rabat.
Dmitry Ivanovsky was the first to identify a new variety of small pathogen that can only reproduce inside living cells. Travis.
Virus?
Yes. A virus particle, or virion, consists of its genome and what protective protein shell?
The capsule.
Go for it.
The capsule.
Say it.
Capsule.
No, it's capsid. The Book of Mormon won the 2011 Best Musical category in which awards for Broadway theater? Travis.
The Tonys.
The Pritzker Prize, whose past recipients include Philip Johnson, Frank Gehry, and Oscar Niemeyer, is given in what field?
It has to be the Tonys.
Psychology.
No, it has to be the Tonys. Stage design.
Architecture.
Architecture.
Celie improves her relationship with her husband Albert Johnson through Shug Avery's help in what Alice Walker novel? Right.
Color purple.
Which author of Beloved and The Bluest Eye has won a Literature Nobel and a Pulitzer Prize for fiction?
Toni Morrison.
Right. Which poet included to S.M., a young African painter, on seeing his works in her collection, Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral?
Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes?
It's a girl.
No, it's Phyllis Wheatley. In 2011, 3 states in the U.S. had single-party House delegations of at least 4 representatives. The largest, with 10 Democrats, belongs to this New England state, whose representatives... Travis.
New Hampshire?
No. Whose representatives include Barney Frank and Nikki Tsongas.
Massachusetts.
The second largest, with 5 Democrats, belongs to this New England state, where one of these representatives, Chris Murphy, is running to replace Senator Joe Lieberman.
Connecticut.
The third largest, with 4 Republicans, is from this Midwestern state, whose ex-governor, Kathleen Sebelius, now serves in the Obama administration.
Might be Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Kansas. Terpsichore's domain was dance, Thalia's was comedy, and Urania's was astronomy. They were 3 of what group of 9 Greek goddesses who served Bright?
Muse.
Which ancient Greek poet implored one of the muses to sing to him at the beginning of his epic, The Odyssey?
Homer.
Homer.
Right. Just say it to me.
Oh, sorry.
Which Titan, the daughter of Gaia and Uranus, was the mother of the Muses by Zeus?
Oh, Hestia.
No, it's Mnemosyne.
Oh.
In 1901, he sent a coded message across the Atlantic Ocean. Name this co-winner of the 1909 Nobel Prize in Physics. Yes, Travis.
Morse.
No, an Italian pioneer of radio. It's Marconi.
Okay.
And that is the end of the round. We have 170 to 255. We'll be back for the final round in just a minute.
Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
Okay, it's time for the countdown round. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Questions are worth 30 points. The clock will start when I begin reading the first question. Good luck to both teams. In stars, it is the product of the CNO cycle and photon-proton chain. What element is the lightest noble gas? Yes, Travis.
Neon.
No, and has a nucleus with 2 protons.
Helium.
Yes. Unlike most days of the week, this day comes from the name of a goddess. That goddess, yes, Julie.
Friday.
Yes. Her works include the claims that success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed, and the soul selects her own society. The Belle of Amherst was a nickname for what 19th century American poet? James.
Emily Dickinson.
Yes. What victor at the Battle of Carabobo is known as the liberator for freeing South America from Spanish... Sam.
Simon Bolivar.
Yes. In a May 2011 referendum, which country rejected... Yes, Sam.
South Sudan.
No.
South Sudan.
Which countries rejected an alternative vote system, pleasing its ruling Conservative Party and Prime Minister David Cameron?
The United Kingdom.
That's right. It's home to Elmina and Cape Coast castles and was formerly known as the Gold Coast. What country was ruled... Yes, Sam.
Sierra Leone.
No. What country was ruled by Kwame Nkrumah from its capital of Accra?
Cote d'Ivoire.
No, it's Ghana. Beta-carotene is a precursor of which fat-soluble vitamin found in spinach, liver, and carrots? Yes, James.
Vitamin C?
No. Whose deficiency can cause night blindness?
Vitamin A.
Vitamin A.
Right. The sack butt, named from the French for pushing and pulling, was a forerunner of which brass instrument played by moving a slide? Right.
Trombone.
Yes. This war was the setting of a poem about men bent double like old beggars under sacks. That poem, written by Wilfred Owen, describes an attack using poison gas. Sam.
World War I.
Yes. Anders Fogh Rasmussen is Secretary General of what Brussels-based organization that leads the ISAF? Yes, Travis.
The UN.
No. In Afghanistan and once opposed the Warsaw Pact.
NATO.
Right. Henderson Field is located on what island, the largest in the Solomons and the site of a 1942 battle fought between U.S. Yes, Sam.
Guadalcanal.
Right. Samuel Worcester was arrested for trespassing on the lands of which Native American tribe that was forcibly moved to Oklahoma? Yes, Travis.
The Cherokee.
Right. The Kuragin and Rostov families appear in this novel that features the Battle of Borodino during Napoleon's invasion. Sam.
Anna Karenina.
No. During Napoleon's invasion of Russia. Name this lengthy novel by Leo Tolstoy.
War and Peace.
War and Peace.
War and
Right.
Peace.
Mothballs disappear via what process in which a solid changes directly to a gas? Travis.
Sublimation.
Right. The pseudonym Publius was used in what set of essays? Bright.
Federalist Papers.
Right. Vichyssoise, Colcannon, and latkes are all made with what member of the nightshades? Seamus.
Potatoes.
Right. Lake Balkhash is in what landlocked country that's the largest by area of Central Asia's Yes, Sam.
Kazakhstan.
Say what?
Kazakhstan.
Yes. Major Robert Anderson commanded which fort? That is the end of the game. 410 for Castro Valley, 495 for Crystal Springs. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration furnished by the Burlingame Scottish Rite, the Knights Templar, Model Compilers, the Bay Area Academic League. Some questions of Quiz Kids are provided by National Academic Quiz Tournaments.